Okay, so we're going to open Pivot Animator. I have set my background already. So I go into Edit Options. Some of your backgrounds are set really small, something like this. Maybe not exactly like that, but something like this, and that's too small. So if you go and load the background, you see how small it makes it? Okay, and then if you go and try to change the background, changes the background size but not the image. So let me show you the correct way to do this. So first, if this happens to you, you need to close out a pivot and go open a new one. All right, and then you're going to go to Edit, Options, and set the dimensions first. Set it to about 1200 and 850. You can kind of mess around with it, but it makes it a pretty good size image depending on the screen size you have. You may need to change it a little bit, but I think this normally works for y'all. Somewhere around 1100, 800, I think normally works for y'all. But mine's 1200, 850. So I'm gonna click OK. All right, so now I have my my white background. So now I'm gonna go get a background that I want to use. All right, so I'm just gonna pick one. All right, I'll just pick the waterfall and click OK. It says, do you want to set the animation dimensions to the dimensions of this image? And you want to click yes. And then it sets it up to where it has a big image. If you do not go and change this first, then yours is set really small. When you put the picture in there, the picture is going to be really small. Okay, and we don't want that. We want a large picture that fills up most of this. So you could actually make the width. I wouldn't make the height any bigger. There's no room left for the height, but you could go back and change the width and then reload the picture. Now, if that's not working and the white space is still showing up, you may need to close pivot and then start over. Okay, so once you get this set, you're going to go to File, Save Animation. Again, remember you have to have a pane on there first, and you're going to save it how I told you to save it in Google Classroom. Save it last name underscore 200 PA in your pivot folder in your Google Classroom. And then you're going to start working on the frames. Frames 1 through 50 need 2 people, 1 prop, and 1 other character. Remember, I sent you the sprite characters. You can also make your own. You can insert pictures. You can copy a picture from the internet. And I've showed you how to do that before. And then you just add that in there as well. So those are your figure tops that you load. The figure tops, the little people. Okay. Remember the little button here moves them. All right. And you can also, I don't have any pictures saved on here, but you can click on here. I probably don't have any pictures. I don't even know what these are. Something my daughter drew when she was little. Okay, so we're going to open that. And you see the pictures on here. So you can add those in here if you want. You wouldn't want to add that, but like a little, like, like if you got a box or a car or something, then that's how you would add those in there. And then you can manipulate them and move them around. But email me if you have any questions and I will help you. Again, the pictures, the background is the most important. Using your figure tops. And if you want to add a picture again, you can go get the picture from here. I don't have good pictures on here to add, but I showed you in class like a little present or a little car, and the car would move. So you can do that as well. And then they will end up having buttons. See how this one has a button? It's just really big. You can change move it around, but let's just pretend that it was just one of these little squares and not this whole big crazy mess. Again, the little orange button would move it. Okay. You can also size it down. So let's pretend it was a present or a car or a tree or whatever you want it to be. You can size it down, move it, and then, have it get bigger and move around. Okay. Anyways, let me know if you have questions. Send me an email, send me a message in Google Classroom. I hope you enjoy this assignment.